The thoughts, views, and opinions are that of my own. I'm not a salesman. I cannot be bought. This is all entertainment. Let's go.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Peace. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. This is your host EQ, and welcome to
the cipher. The cipher. EQ.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What's up? What y'all do? What it do? Y'all know why y'all here today. We got a couple new fragrances out. We gonna get into, and then we gonna have a topic, a conversation. You know, kind of how I like to talk. Y'all, what's up? What it do?
The cipher. The cipher. EQ.
I'm feeling good today. Trying some new fragrances out. Let's see what the sip of the day gonna be. I'm gonna do Maker's Mark number 46, French Oak. Yeah, bourbon of the day. Feel me? Heavy pour. We're gonna get to it. Put that right there.
EQ.
Y'all already know. I'm already telling y'all once, I'm gonna tell y'all twice. The best lotion out there for me. You know, I don't want to be ashy on camera, bro. Elbows looking crazy.
EQ.
All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to it. 81 in the chat. Hit the like button. Peace, and more peace. It is a vibe, bro. It's a vibe. How y'all doing today? So today's episode is episode number 54. I've done 54 lives. At the pace I'm trying to do 3 a week. So, you know, I ain't doing the math on that, but we looking at a good solid pace. Maybe by early next year, we'll be at 100. I think that's a pretty good accomplishment for somebody who posted content like every now and then. I think that's a really good accomplishment. What's some things we're going to talk about today? As some topics. I'm going to be doing my first impressions on the new Bleu De Chanel exclusif. I have it still wrapped in plastic, so we're gonna see what that is all about. We're gonna then do, I was gifted an official sample and welcome pack for the new Creed Oud, what is this, Zarian, and this is an official sample card. Nobody gave me a little decant that somebody had. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying this is official sample card from my guy at Bergdorf, my Bergdorf Connect. It's good to buy retail sometimes because you get stuff like that when you want to get your nose on something. I always tell y'all, sample first. Trust your nose, not somebody else's nose, especially any influencer. And I put myself in that category. Don't trust me, trust your own nose and get a sample. Since I've been doing this, I think I've been big on getting yourself a sample and see if it works for you. And then we're going to talk about compliments, right? Are compliments really that serious? Are they that important? Is that your motivation? Is that your why or why you are here? I asked that question for several reasons because, well, complimented videos, panty dropper videos, driving women crazy videos are the most popular. Yes, there's a percentage of us who are watching those videos for entertainment value. Maybe we support the people who are putting that content together, so we watch it for entertainment value. But there's also a good significant portion of y'all who are actually watching that in the hopes that you can score. I know that because I can just read the comments in the videos. You're asking, well, man, bro, how many sprays? How many compliments did you get that day? Like, these are like real questions. Sprays, I don't mind, but I'll still tell you what works for me might not work for you. You got influencers saying you need to do 20 spray minimum. In some fragrances, I only do 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, depending on the circumstance, where I'm at, what I'm doing. So we'll get into that topic. But before I start, I want to give a slight appreciation to the channel. You know, I'm a person who don't post all the time, and I've been lucky enough to have a really solid base foundation for somebody who's only had 16K subs. And even before I was 16K, I was 12. I always got 150 on a live. To put that into some kind of significant, which lets me know I'm doing something right. Because to put that in perspective, there are people who have hundreds of thousands of subs, and they're lucky if they get 50 people to watch a live. 80 is a high for them. 20 a lot. So to have a good solid 180, almost 200 on any live that I do, when sometimes I'm just talking, it means a lot to me. What also means a lot to me are some of the messages I received in the last, I don't know, in the last week. I'm not going to read them all out. I received messages from people. I had a guy reach out and was like, man, listen, man, you're almost like the uncle, the brother, the father I never had. You know, I was just out here buying stuff, and you put me on the real game, made me change my outlook, my mindset, my perspective. It's just not all fragrance, but just in how I conduct myself, carry myself, hold myself to a level of accountability. And I received like a couple messages like that. And to me, that's all I ever want to be. I didn't, you know, when I wanted to do my channel, when I was sitting on the couch, I never want to seem like I was on this, to a certain degree, certain level where I'm this educator per se, and I'm talking at you. I want to have a conversation with you. I wanted to feel like I was your uncle, your brother, your father for those who didn't have it, your homeboy, sitting on the couch, having a good bourbon and just enjoying time and talking about things that matter to most men. Women who watch me, who follow me, who have brothers who put you on, or just watch me for the entertainment value, or maybe you just like my face. I appreciate you tuning in and supporting the content as well. Hopefully I can add some femininity to the channel. We'll see how that works, because it got to be entertaining. I'm kind of good at just being solo dolo. But we'll see how that works out. With that said, y'all know what y'all here for. As y'all know, I do a lot of my videos, and I've been chopping up a lot of my videos. A lot of people don't want to sit around and watch me talk for 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes, hour and 30 minutes. Sometimes they just want to get to the meat and potatoes. So I'm going to try to do introductions so I can have a really clean edit, because I will be doing the first impressions edit on the Bleu De Chanel El Exclusif. I'll be doing an edit on that, and I will also be doing some sort of edit on the Creed fragrance. So with no further ado, today we're going to be starting off doing the first impressions on the new Chanel release. It released yesterday. Bleu De Chanel El Exclusif. So, and it probably not El Exclusif. It's probably another way to pronounce that, and I'm going to apologize if I pronounce that wrong. It's probably just exclusif. But I'm not French. I'm from America. This is how I'm saying it now. I'll educate myself, and if I do a full review, I will come back and say it for those who care about things like that, who want to be overly critical. I do appreciate it. But we're going to do our first impressions on this fragrance. What I think about it, what are my thoughts, and how I feel. To give you a little backstory, to me, the Bleu De Chanel line is a legendary line to me. I rank it up there as a legendary scent. I still have my 2010 EDT 50 ml bottle with stuff in it, very little, maybe 15 mLs left. I don't spray this. You say, dang, you had this since 2010. Yes. I don't spray it because sometimes I just want to smell it, because I remember where I was at in the first time I smelt this bottle, wore it outside, and the amount of compliments it got the first time I wore it. This just in general for me, I know for some people it's Creed Aventus. For me, the Bleu De Chanel DNA over Sauvage is just a legendary DNA. Now, with that said, you also have the Eau de Parfum for those who like that. Now, this is your more like well known. This took that DNA and gave you something with a little bit more projection, added some incense, made it a little bit brighter, ambery. I believe what they put the ambroxan in here, I believe is in here, but don't quote me on that. But it just made it more of an ambery experience instead of like this watery citrus, grapefruit, amazing, amazing ambery fragrance. Love it. But with this one, it can get a little loud if you overdo it, but I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but you know, it's a lot of it's missing. So I wear that. Then they came out with what I believe is the king of the DNA, and that's the Parfum edition. This, I burnt through it. I had a 50 ml, burnt through it. Look at what I got behind me. Burnt through it. Got 100 ml last year. I believe I got this 100. I believe. And it's, I don't know, 75, 60 something percent left in, well, probably like 70, 75% left in this bottle. So yeah, I say all that to say I love the DNA. It's legendary. I don't want to have high expectations for this, but I love the DNA and I think it's classic. So I'm a little bit biased on that, but we'll see. So let's just go ahead and get to it and see what's going to work for this. So just open it up. Let me see. What did I pay for this? Because I still got the receipt. So this is $275. About time you do taxes, it's going to be $291.50. Now that's a little crazy to me. That's a bit absurd. But y'all see what I have behind me. It is price. It's kind of, for me, if it's good, it's good. If it's worth it, it's worth it. And some of that will go into the topic of the day, which I'm glad this came out because it just fell right in line to the topic of the day. So it has your regular Chanel box. For those who have seen it, it's more of a square. I kind of like this look. It's just kind of easy, simple, and just what it is. But let's just go ahead and go to skin. Let's just go ahead and get to it and see what this is hitting on. So let's see. Okay. So hold on. Let me put this right here. So, okay. So what I'm getting without looking at any notes. I'm getting this spicy, slightly smoky, citrus tinge to the composition. To me, I would equate that to some sort of incense. More importantly, it's very reminiscent to like Ethiopian frankincense. Ethiopian frankincense, from my experiences, have a very lemony, fresh smell to it. So for me, that's what I get so far from the DNA. I get this slightly smoky, like leathery, woody, ambery thing going on with this, not a regular citrus. To me, it has to be frankincense. I haven't looked at the notes. To me, frankincense is in here, whether they list it or not, because I'm getting that resinous, ambery, smoky incense as the freshness from this composition. Woody, ambery, slightly smoky, a little leathery. Okay. Throughout the live, because you know my lives are like an hour and 50 something minutes, almost 2 hours. We will, throughout the live as I'm talking, we will revisit it and see how it transitions within an hour, because it should get to its final form near the end of the live. But what I'm getting here, if I'm going to be frank and honest, a couple things. Again, first impressions, first smell, initial thoughts. I still take the Parfum over this one. The Parfum is still easily king to me. Performance, will this be a little bit stronger? It smells like it's a little bit stronger, and because it has that leathery, ambery, woody kind of base, it'll probably be a denser fragrance, great for autumn and winter. Nights out, it just has that night out vibe. It perform better? A possibility, but I don't think that makes a fragrance better just because it performs better. If that was the case, there's a lot of like cheap fragrances that would be better than, I don't know, like some of these expensive fragrances. If you judge a fragrance that way and it's king because it's performance, get it. I get it. I don't think a fragrance should only last 2 minutes, and you should try to smell it for a period of time, but I don't need 12, 15 hours. If you have 50, 40, 100, 1,000 fragrances, why would you want something to last that long? You're never going to burn through it if everything lasted that long. So I don't judge things by that. So my first impression, I still like the parfum a little bit better. This has that Bleu De Chanel DNA. It makes it a little bit more, it makes it masculine. To me, this is a masculine fragrance. A woman can wear whatever she want to wear, but to me, this is a quintessential woody, ambery, leathery, incense, slightly smoky, very sexy fragrance. And it's mass appealing. It has a mass appealing thing. If compliments is what you seek, you'll get compliments with this, but you'll also get compliments with a lot of fragrances. And we'll get to that later on in the video on why that's important to you. If that's important to you, cool. Here's kind of some of my problem right now. Again, I think the parfum is better. Right now, first impressions, I remember when I first smelled the parfum, better fragrance to me. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that just think everything that comes out new is better. It's being a prisoner of the moment. And listen, I love the house, right? I love the Bleu De Chanel DNA. $275 is crazy to me. We'll see how it transitions. This might just go back, and we'll see, because I'm kind of slightly disappointed. It's like when you start dealing in $275 prices, I'll start thinking about things I can get. You're talking $300 for 100 ml. That's $50 shy of fragrances like Coromandel. This isn't on the level of a Coromandel. It's not on the level of a Le Lion. It's not on the level of a Cuir de Russie. It's not on the level of a Chanel Boy. It's not on the level of 1954. It's not on the level of Jersey. To me, I'll have all those over this. I would have all of those over this. Point blank, period. You start thinking about your wardrobe. Why are you buying this? Just because it's new? It's hype? You want compliments? Does it fit your wardrobe? To me, when I want to wear this DNA right now, again, we're going to go to the next fragrance and talk, but this is just my thoughts rumbling through. When I want to wear this DNA, I'll just grab the other ones. But when I step outside the house, I want to put that issue on. I want to put that shit on. I want to smell my best all the time. I wear my Louis Vuitton fragrances to the gym. I want to smell elite everywhere I go. So when I want to wear the Bleu De Chanel DNA, I'm gonna be honest. I wear the Mise en Soeur La Vierge du Paradis. When I want that DNA, this is what I wear. This is a combination of like a Ventus cologne and Bleu De Chanel. This is like king to me right now. It just kind of is. So when I want that DNA, that's kind of what I reach for. And then when I really want to touch the DNA, I reach for the parfum. Will this get burned? It's new. It's going to get hyped. People will hype it, wear it for 6 months. Something else new will come out. And y'all, 2 years later, will look on your collection wall and this will still be sitting there. Like almost full. And it is what it is. It's good. Will it get compliments? Yes. Is it the best Chanel out of the line? No. I'm slightly unimpressed. It's woody, ambery, has that soapy kind of thing, which is coming from the incense. Like, it's cool. It's cool. That's what I get. That's what I'm getting from this. It's cool. It's cool. $275 is crazy. And that's why the people who like bought this retail and bought what's the Dior Sauvage fragrance? I forgot. The small bottle one is a 60 ml, and they was paying a price for a 60 ml. At that price point, y'all can never, ever, ever, ever talk about people who spend a lot of money on niche fragrances, because this is niche price. This is like exclusive price. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm slightly disappointed. It's not really doing it for me, but it's cool. Will it get you compliments? Yeah. When you wear it outside, yes. You don't have to come in my comments and tell me I wore it yesterday and 10 people complimented me. Okay, bro, that makes sense. It's the Bleu De Chanel DNA. Don't mean you should pay $275 or you have to run out and get it. In my most humble opinion, and we'll let it dry down, but I really feel like drying down is just going to kind of get into this ambery, woody leather fragrance, just an ambery, woody leather scent. I don't see it transitioning much more, but we'll see. I could change my mind at the end. At the end, I might say this is absolutely amazing. But for me, I would tell people don't run out and get this no time soon. I would say wait till your local Dillard's, Macy's, Bergdorf, Neiman's have a beauty sale. You know they have one around Christmas where you can get 20% off on beauty supplies. Let me see, $275, 20% off. If you do the math, that's $55. 55 minus 275 is 220. 220 with a little bit of tax would be about 231, 227, 231 to 227. I think that's the entry point for this. That's the entry. You're a collector, you want to have it. 220 is the entry. Because the parfum was like 185 maybe. So I think like 220 is that a beauty sale. Or if you have a 20% discount, or if you feel the need to open up a Macy's card and get the 20% off and get it that way, pay it off, close down the card, then do it that way if you want your credit run. But I think that's crazy as well. But if you got points, coupons, that 20% is kind of where I would like to enter this at. But I'm unimpressed. I'm kind of like, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that feels. Anyway, that's the first half of my thoughts. I'm going to let this dry down, and we will come back and see as I'm doing the video where and how I feel about this fragrance. Again, you're going to go in these groups. People are going to be prisoner of the moment. They're going to tell you that, oh, it's the best. Oh my God, it's performing all day. It's pushing off the skin. Yeah, so do a lot of other fragrances in the $300 range. A Xerjoff, a Nishane, a Uniquee Luxury. Yeah, it do. They smell better too. I mean, to a certain degree, this new fragrance from day 3, Desert Rain, when I want to leave the house, I'll grab this before I grab that. This is clutch. This is day 3 fragrances of Ventus. This is clutch. I've been wearing this since I did my live last week. Almost every day except for one day, I wore another fragrance, which is also going to be a problem this autumn, from Get Right Fragrances, called Berry Oud. I've been wearing that. That's going to be a problem when it get colder. This is a problem. When I want to wear something, yeah, this is what I'm grabbing. I'm not grabbing this El Exclusive. This is for the collector in me, that I'll get it for being a collector. But having to have it in my collection, yeah, it's unnecessary. Unnecessary money. $300, I go buy some stock with that. That's me. All right. Next first impression. 222 people here. I appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. The next fragrance we're going to talk about is another highly overpriced, fragrance, but it is what it is. And this is from the house of Creed, and this is Oud Zarian or Zarian. Now, here's an official sample in my Bergdorf Connect. What they wrote on here. Recommend you the gift for your set. 10 minutes. Smell it. It's exceptional. 100. This is retail prices. Now, 100 ml is look like he said $230 for 100 ml, and for 50 ml it is $470. That's absurd. but the fragrance might be absolutely exceptional. So we'll see what that joint hitting on. But we all know if you're in the groups or if you're on Joma Shop or any discounted Creed goes on sale, I would expect the 100 ml to be somewhere around 375 is probably what people will be selling it for about now. That no, 375 might be a little high. 275, 299 might be an entry point for me. But let's see what this hitting on. Let's see. Let's see where the hole at. Pause. Let that spray. Spicy. Ooh, ambery, dense, spices. Lot of resins. Very resinous, balsamic. Very spicy, extremely spicy. This spice is making this oud almost come off like, and again, it can be a real oud, it can be a oud accord. I'm not getting into Creed charging this much is not even real oud. You won't get me to say that on my channel. Because I know there's too many different species of oud in everybody, especially most people in groups, unless you're like Russian Adam, haven't experienced every single oud that has ever been made. Stop it. You don't know what everything smells like. So is it real oud? Maybe, maybe not. But this oud, I'll just say a oud accord that I'm kind of getting because I'm getting it all. I'm getting this almost medicinal, very spicy, woody scent. It's not animalic. It's more like when I say medicinal, think I'm not going to really say think the spiciness of something like Vicks Vapor Rub. It doesn't smell like Vicks, but that medicinal kind of like when somebody put Vicks Vapor Rub, like you'd be like, it tickles your nose a little bit. That's the spiciness I'm getting from the fragrance. I'm getting incense here. I'm getting tons of incense here. I can smell just like in the Chanel. I'm getting that fresh incense, so I wouldn't be surprised frankincense, but I'm getting a dark smoky, so I wouldn't be surprised some frankincense and myrrh is kind of like mixing around, almost like shisha a little bit. It's almost like this sexy shisha accord is kind of what I'm getting. So I'm getting the slight fruitiness, which could be coming from like a rose. It's almost like shisha a little bit. Yeah, it smells almost like shisha. And for those who don't know, that's the when you say hookah, hookah is kind of what you smoke, shisha is the tobacco and everything. So it's kind of giving me this like earthy shisha kind of smell, very spicy, slightly medicinal, smoky, resinous, balsamic. I'm getting something almost like a ambery feel to the fragrance. This is good. Yeah, I like this. But do I need it in my wardrobe? That's always the dilemma. And when you're building a fragrance wardrobe and you stop looking at it as a collection or you stop chasing compliments, you'll be like, damn, that's good. Cool, I don't need it. That's the dilemma you get to. And we'll talk about how you get to that point. But it's like, yeah, this is good. Yeah, I can wear it out. Yes, I can see myself jeans, Chelsea boots, turtleneck, gold chain, watch, glasses, smiling at the bar, bourbon in my hand, being social. I see it. I see people saying, damn, you smell good, especially when it start hitting that 50 degrees. I can see all of that. But I also have all of this. So I don't know. It's good. I think my original assessment, the $299 is kind of my entry on this. On who's there, that's kind of where I would want to be, but will I have it in my collection? Probably not. Not because it's not good. Again, not because it's not getting compliments. And again, this is first impressions. as the live goes on, as the stream goes on, I will be going back and forth between the two fragrances and seeing how I feel about it. But it's good. It's really good. I can see so many multi-uses to wear this out, like sexy, date night, all that good list that people put together. I can see it being on all of that. It doesn't mean I need to buy it. Is it better than the top 10 oud fragrances I already have that I deem to be that sexy? No. So do I need to spend $300, $400 for it, $375? I can do something else with that money. I don't know, pay off some debt. Get my credit score from an 803 to an 815. I can find better use for my money at this moment. That's just how I see it. But again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just telling you how I feel. And both fragrances are nice. I just don't know if they're needed. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Let's get on to we will circle back, let them dry down throughout the live. I will tell you what I think about, say it, fragrances. Why are the comments not showing up on the TV live chat? Okay. So I can see some of the comments. It'd be a lot better for me to see it that way. So let me go ahead and get this out the way, and let's go into the main part of the show, which is, are compliments that serious? How important are compliments to you all when buying fragrances? Where does it rank on the hierarchy for if you should buy something or if you shouldn't? You have to ask yourself this. We consume a lot of content, and that's why I say you have to watch what content you consume in general. I'm just not talking fragrances, because you will start being fed a certain mentality. If enough people or influencers say something smell good, y'all will believe it smell good. Studies have been done. If enough people say something smell good, you will automatically go into it with like it smells good. That's why you can get a lot of people doing clone videos and saying that, and I'm not saying they are or not. I'm not talking about any particular person or type of fragrance, but you get enough people say this is really close to imagination, this is really close to a vintage, you will convince yourself of that. You just will. It's inevitable. You watch it, you hear it enough time, you'll be socially conditioned to that. Which is why I think some of y'all enjoy my content, because it makes you slow down. Like, you don't watch 5 people content who said you got to buy this to clap ass, and then you watch my content and you be like, yeah, why am I doing that? I am the antithesis. Antithesis. You know what I'm saying? I am your brain. I am your mind. Telling you on your shoulder, hey, you don't really need that joint, do you? Do you really need it? But the question still remains, how important are compliments to you when buying a fragrance? How important? Why are you even in this game? So when I do anything in general, I always ask myself why. Why? You got to always answer your why. Why do you go to work? Why are you an upstanding citizen? Why do you not break the law? Why do you get up and do this, do that? What is your why? For some of y'all, it's family. Family is your why. Family is why you live. It could be your kids, your wife. Some of y'all, your why might be, I want to get some money. That's why I get up. I want to get some money. Some of y'all are young, dumb, and full of cum, and your why is to go through as much pussy as you can run through. I think some of us have been there, so I'm not judging you. I'm telling you, focus on your purpose and be very mindful with where you spill your seed, because spilling your seed in the wrong place will ruin your life, or it will excel your life. I mean, you just got to be mindful. I'm not getting into that, but you got to ask yourself, what is your why? What is your purpose? So when we talk about fragrances and fragrance, what people will say collecting, which is why I no longer use collecting. I think I was one of the first to coin like fragrance wardrobe. I wish everybody would use it. Fragrance wardrobe, because when you look at things as a wardrobe, You actually are more purposeful with how you make purchases. When it's a collection, it's I need to own all the Bleu De Chanels because I'm collecting them. Purposeful says, I like the parfum better. I don't really need the eau de parfum, the eau de toilette, or the exclusif. I like the parfum better. Whenever I want to go out and wear that DNA, I wear that. Wardrobe. Or wardrobe says you wear the Mise en Soeur fragrance. Either way, a wardrobe will have you rethink how you buy stuff. Some of us sneakerheads. How many sneakerheads in the chat? Put fire in the chat if you have been a sneakerhead or you was a sneakerhead. Some of y'all have DS, which for those who aren't in the sneaker community, those are shoes that have not touched the ground. You have not put them on your feet. You have not worn them out. They are fresh, like they came straight from Foot Locker. Some of y'all have DS shoes you haven't worn in 6-7 years. Raise your hand if you're one. They came out 7 years ago. They ain't seen the streets yet because you, generally speaking, wear the same Jordan. When you want to wear Jordans, you just kind of wear your Jordan 1s and you don't really wear the 6s, the 8s, the 5s, the 4s, the 3s. You just kind of be like, whenever I want to wear something, I just kind of pull out my Jordan 1s and I wear those more than I wear the other ones. So now you got all these other, black cement 3s and all. You ain't wearing them. And they just setting up in your closet collecting dust. We can do the same things with fragrances when we aren't purposeful. When it's a wardrobe, you say, I got something to match with this outfit. Actually, I got 2 or 3 pairs of shoes to match with this outfit. I think I need a brown pair of shoes. Hold on. I got too many tennis shoes in my wardrobe. I need some dress shoes because if I want to go somewhere fancy, I need to be able to wear some dress shoes. Not when I leave the house looking like I'm a teenage kid going to church on Easter Sunday, suit not tailored, shoes, stuff baggy. You looking like the NBA draft of 2000 with Melo in them with the baggy preacher Steve Harvey suits because they're not tailored. Like you kind of look at what you have in perspective and you say, I don't really need that, even though it's good. That takes discipline, right? So why are you in this game? I think there's 4 different type of people in this game. In my opinion, the types of people in this game are the collector, right? The collector. These are the type of people you will see in the Kilian group. They have nothing, but they have all the Kilians, all of them. If Kilian got 50 fragrances, they have all 50 and they grail hunt all 50. They're the collector. The Boadicea guy, who he or she wants every single Boadicea. It doesn't matter really if they wear it or not. It don't matter if they like everything. You can't tell me that out of the 70 Boadiceas ever created, all of them are fire, but you own them all because you're a collector. There's nothing wrong with that. You know who you are, but you also ain't, Boadicea is your thing. You're not chasing down Rajas or Xerjoffs, or your thing is new Boadicea. I'm getting it. I don't really care. I'm blind buying it. I'm gonna get it. It is what it is. I'm adding it to the collection. There's nothing wrong with that kind of person, right? So you have the collector. This video isn't for the collector. You have a purpose and you have a why. The why, I collect all the Dior home lines. If a Dior home comes out, I'm collecting it. If a Mancera comes out, I'm collecting it. If a Xerjoff comes out, I'm collecting it. MFK, so on, so on. You have a why. I don't have to agree with it, and it's not my place to or not to, but you have a why. I think you have purpose, and that's your money, so do what you do with it. I think there's the wardrobe person, the person who says, this fragrance needs to fit into my my wardrobe. You look at your wardrobe, you be like, I have a fragrance wardrobe of 40. 30 of them are all citrus fragrances. I live in the Northeast. I need some tobaccos, some leathers. I kind of need to change it, some ambers, maybe a rose fragrance here and there for a different occasion. Maybe I need a fougere. I'm a man over 40. I should at least have one fougere. aromatic, woody fragrance in my collection, at least one, just one, at least. And you say, I don't have one of those. I have a whole bunch of fragrances that smell like bubble gum. Maybe I should just add that. Cool. That's a wardrobe. I think that's purposeful. You're like, okay, I have enough white t-shirts. I need some blacks. I need some hats. I need some accessories. I need different things. I think that's the second type of person. I think there's a third type of person, which is the art of fragrances. In your mind, you're like, listen, the art, I'm here for the art. So you're going to be into a lot of indie fragrances. You go into a lot of vintage because you're really in this for like the history of the game. I respect that. I respect it. Me, I'm not hunting down no 1920s Guerlain fragrance, but I respect the dude who does. They're in the game for the long. They like, bro, I want to see what this perfumer was doing, and I want to see what they were thinking, and I want to see the difference in how fragrances of the 20s and the 30s were in comparison to the now to the millennia. I kind of want to understand how when oak moss used to be able to be used, when birch tar was being used, when real ingredients from different places were used, fragrances were stronger. They just performed better. They did this. You can compare and contrast. I like that person. That person is needed, especially in this community, because they can give you history on why that is what it is. Now, is that entertaining? And do you want to watch it? And it's up to you. Some of y'all don't care. You be like, bro, that shit smell like the 30s. I'm cool on the Prohibition, smelling like I'm Prohibition fragrances. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on Prohibition. But you have that person. Nothing wrong with that person. Nothing wrong with none of these persons. Then you have the fourth person. I think this is more of your younger person, but I find a lot of older people asking the same questions. I get some of the questions in my inbox is, hey, bro, how many compliments you get on that? My initial response want to be, why the fuck that matter to you? What I got to do with you? You ain't me. I'm not you. You're not where I be, and I'm not where you be. Do it matter? I think if I tell you it smells like leather soap, and that's my opinion on leather soap, then say, I don't really like leather soap, but it could be good. He liked it. Let me get a sample and see if I like leather soap. Oops, sprayed it. Yeah, leather soap ain't my thing. Cool. I did my job. I gave you my perspective on it, right? It's your job to sample it and take the next step, right? But you got the compliment guy. And my question for the compliment guy, because this video or gal, this video is for you. Where does it end? Where does it end? To me, you are chasing the dragon and you have no purpose because it is an insatiable purpose that you will never fulfill. It's insatiable. You will never fulfill that. And then with the compliments, do it matter? People be like, the same people who be in Facebook groups talking about the compliments matter, will then buy a $300 bottle of Bleu De Chanel. If it didn't matter, you didn't have to buy this. You could have just bought a $40 Bath and Body Works fragrance. That'll get you compliments. You can go to the Muslim oil guy in the middle of the mall from Perfume Mania, get some Egyptian musk, wear it out. Bro, it'll get you the compliments. If that's what you want, you can get what? 5 oils, roll-on oils, what? 5 for 25, 3 for 25. You know the oils. The ones that be clones of Dior Sauvage and stuff, and you can wear that, and because it's thick oil and you heat up, it's be performing and projecting like an attar. Bro, you don't need, why are you buying any of this? Why? And then when you want to add that, what compliments, you be like, oh, I got this new compliment. That's another thing you see in Facebook groups. A new fragrance come out. Everybody wanted to be the first one to say, bro, this is the one. 2 months ago, you just said the other fragrance was the one. 2 months ago, you said La Moneta. No, but this one is the one. And you see a pattern with the same people. Everything is the one, and everything is the masterpiece. Well, if everything's the masterpiece, nothing is a masterpiece if you think everything's a masterpiece. For it to be a masterpiece, it kind of got to be special. And if everything is special, is anything special? It's kind of normal. You got to look at patterns, right? Patterns. And you'll see it. Oh man, this the one, bro. This is it. Laminata. They ain't talking. Oh, the vibrato, bro. This the one that's gonna be the one to blow your socks off, bro. All the compliments. I took them outside and I got 2. Yeah, they said you smell nice, dude. Bravo. They said you smell good. So what compliments? You're getting the same compliments. You're getting the same stuff, right? You wear laminato or you wear vibrato and you get the compliments, and what's next? What's next? The woman, you're gonna walk by a woman and all of a sudden it's gonna like her water broke, and you be like, damn, your water broke. Were you pregnant? You don't look pregnant. No, I just got so wet because you smell so good. That's the one. I need that. Compliments to make them wet their pants in a good way. I mean, like, what is the next step though? Because most of the time, and let's be honest, just people telling you smell good. When I wear Faith, it's just people telling me I smell good all the time. You smell really good. Guess what? When I wear Aqua Sapphire, you know what happens? You smell really good. Damn, you smell good. Now, if it's somebody you intimate with some of those strong fragrances, and you've been, clapping cheeks, and you leave in the morning or something, they might say, I still smell you on your pillow. Well, that's kind of cute, because you be like, yeah, the next dude, or if you get a next dude, he can't really stand up, or if he wears something and he watch fragrance videos, he's just going to make you remind of me. And then you're going to think about them long strokes, them back rubs, grabbing your head and by your throat, making you say, give it to me, daddy. Yes, you're going to be thinking about. You're going to remember my name. I'm going to be legendary. Every time he walk in, you're going to be like, God, dang, EQ, bro. What? Don't wear that. All right, what can I wear? I don't know. He had like 1,000 fragrances, bro. Don't wear nothing. Just wear soap. But no, seriously though, like, what is the thing? And I'm gonna talk about a few fragrances that I put over here on my stand that kind of get to the point. And I'm gonna have some transparency and some honesty with you. Transparency and honesty. But before I do that, let me circle back on these fragrances. Okay, so with the Bleu De Chanel, it's smoothing out. It doesn't smell so artificial, kind of. It smells, but Chanel is legendary house. I expect the best from Chanel. Yeah, that's rounding out really nice, but I'm just kind of getting an ambery woody scent with ambery leathery woody with a little bit of smoke. For 300, I mean, it's your choice. My entry point is 220 right now, 220 with, and that'll be 20% off during Christmas or whatever. Or if you want to open up a new card, you get 20% off on your first purchase, and boom, that's when you get that. 220, that's entry. Right now, I still feel the same way. Let's go with this Creed. The Creed good, bro. I mean, it's good. So what I'm getting, that bro, I know for a fact, frankincense. I'm not looking at the notes. I don't care. Frankincense is in here. Just like when it was hitting here, I'm getting that citrus, lemon, and some of that could be the rose in combination with the rose. Woody, ambery, and both of these are like smoky, woody, ambery, slightly leather, and it could be the oud making it a leather thing. But you can smell the quality. I mean, you can just smell how they're both woody, ambery scents and how they differ in structure. You can just, I don't want to say quality, but you can just smell it different. It's good, but I still don't see why I need it. I just still don't see why I need it. $299, that's my entry. $275 to $299, that's where I want to be. $325 because it's oud and $325, $275 to $325 is an entry point for that fragrance to me. That's where I would like to be at discounters or in the Facebook group. That's where I would like to be. I'm talking full bottle. Tester, more in the $290. That's where I kind of want to be. Back to the fragrances, and we're gonna have some real transparency, right? When you talk about compliments, and if you need it, if compliments is what you need, is that, yeah, that's it. If compliments is what you need, right? That's really what you're seeking. Do you need both of these? You got Christian Provenzano did both of these. You have Vibrato and you have Tiger. This being discontinued now is going to cost you $1K. You're not going to find it less than $1K, $900, and it might be a partial. $175 at discounters? Tell me. Oh, you smell good. That smells really nice. Cool. Oh, you smell good. That smells really nice. Cool. No one's saying, oh, that was amazing. Let me blow you. It doesn't work that way. And you be like, bro, this is better, bro. They jawing. They will jaw you. They will jaw you in the corner with this, and they just tell you smell nice. So if compliments is if that's what you seek, this is for the collector. This is a collector's piece. If you collect Boadiceas, if you collect the Zodiacs, if you collect, this is a collector's piece. That's what this is. If this goes empty, when this goes empty, I will not look to find another bottle. I don't care. I'll buy another bottle of this. And to be honest, you could have bought 3 or 4 for the price of this. 4. Maybe you can get the France bottle in the Iwo Jima bottle. Because the Iwo Jima bottle is a little bit more powerful. Whatever you want to tell yourself in your head, bro. Whatever you want to tell yourself. But it's a collector's piece. Well, sure. The Boadicea fanboy, watch out for him. I'm one, but I'm also honest because I just don't care. I'm not paid by the brand, and I'm not I don't need the brand that all of a sudden see my content and feel like they want to give me free bottles. I don't care one way or another. But yeah, the Boadicea fanboy gonna tell you, oh, the quality. Bro, they both came from On. They both came from the same flavor house. The quality, the rose, the citrus, the grapefruit came from the same place. But the came from the same place, bro. You don't know where they bought it from. Does this smell a little bit fresher? Yeah, I like the little mojito thing I get from this. I like it. It sparkles a little bit. But from compliments, I get more compliments with this. Does that make this a bad fragrance? No. But do you need to run out and grail hunt for this? No, you don't. This is a statement piece. This is a collector's piece, or, throw it on the back of your shelf, take pictures and let everybody say, God damn, that motherfucker got some money. Or whatever. But collectors, yes. Non-collectors, bro, just get this. My opinion. I don't care what you do with your money, but I'm telling you, yeah, when this is gone, it's gone. I'll just buy this and I'll be just as content, if not more. Being honest. And I'm a fanboy, but I ain't gonna lie. I just don't feel the need to. It ain't that serious to me. But it's nice to have both, because to me, they do different things to me. Where Tiger goes into more mojito kind of citrus, it sparkles a little bit more. Vibrato goes into like this musky, clean. It almost gives me Tiger with imagination, like kind of like feel very airy citrus kind of thing, where Tiger is more bright in forward, and it stays that way. So yes, they're not totally the same. But what I'm saying is, if you're chasing compliments, they're going to get you the same compliments. 240 people on the live. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you could. That means a lot to me. If you don't, cool, hit the dislike button, but please hit one or the other. Another one, do compliments matter? Oh, the fanboys or people who want to post bottles on the net because they know bottles are $1,000, who want to, will tell you, Hanuman, Contrato. Compliments? Are you seeking compliments? Are compliments what you seek? Is that your motivating factor? Then just get this. Stop being impressed by pictures of this. Just stop. It's hard to find. You're going to get FOMO. Relax. It'll be okay. You'll live. Are they different? Yeah, they're a little different. I can tell you the difference. Me, with this, probably because that chestnut in here, I get this like sorbet. The citrus is like sweeter. It almost comes off like sorbet. This is fresh through and through. Great summer scent. Both good summer scents, but this one, oh, the citrus is pop. In the Targettis, the Marigold has this sweet, almost honeyed floral kind of thing going with it. Pound for pound, this may be a little bit superior when you talk about the wearing experience, right? The wearing experience, I just get a little bit more with this. Do that mean that this should be 8 times more than this? If compliments is what you seek. Collectors, yes, you need this. Non-collectors, bro, you can stop being, pressed. You can stop. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be envious of having both. Do I like this a little bit more? Yeah, especially in summertime. I like this a lot more. But for the price, compliments, that's what we talk. I'm talking to the compliment guy, not the collector, not the art, who enjoys the entire wearing experience, because a lot of y'all don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't buy. A lot of y'all don't. Not people who might be watching me, but like, just get this. It's okay. Compliments, you're cool with this. They're different, but they're not that much different. Like, what am I going to end up getting? I'm questioning. Should I get the Bald Freak Absolute? Yeah, people are posting bottles with all 3. It looks real cool and envious, but I have a feeling. A strong feeling I'm going to get that fragrance and say I blew my wallet for no reason. I'm going to get it and be like, did I need this? It's not even that different where I need to be paying $400 for it. Now, Bloomingdale's, a couple of days ago, the sale might be gone, had a 20% sale on beauty, and the Absolute, because I put it in my cart, I looked at it and I said, nah, I'm good. You could have got it for like $365 for 100 ml. It was like $60 off. It was $60. It was like $340 for 100 ml. I think, But for me, the other part of me is like saying, I'm not paying $340 for no Byredo. I'll wait 2 years to get it, where it's like $199, $220. I'll wait. I don't have to rush. You, Mr. 40 Fragrances, don't have to rush. Where would you have? Wait. Or it's your money. Do what you want to do with it. That's what I would do. But yeah, it's a statement piece to have this. It looks cool. And Boadicea had this certain savoir faire to it, because before they went into the influencer market, you couldn't even find these on discounters. Like when you saw people talking about these, you had to like buy it or be in a fragrance group. You didn't see a lot of influencers talking about this because they weren't forking. They wasn't getting the free bottles. Free bottles. They weren't at Max Aroma and other places where free bottles would. No, you had to go into the store or go into a Facebook group and say, yeah, I'm going to drop 600. Now it's like everywhere. The savoir faire isn't, the allure isn't really there, but the fragrance is top notch. I still love the house, but I don't think everything is a top shelf and use the cliche that it's superior ingredients. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm not a perfumer. But I think I know when some things smell artificial to me and when some things smell more natural. But yeah, Hanuman is great. Do I need the Absolute? I don't really think so. I'm guaranteed I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, bro, I didn't need this. Now, if you want a good alternative to that DNA, which you say, oh, I love that Vetiver DNA, but I want something different. Yeah, some good alternatives to it. Atelier Cologne, Vetiver Fatale. So this has that violet leaf. It goes, so you have Atelier Cologne, I believe plum, some bitter orange or some citruses in here. If you know anything about Atelier Cologne, their citruses just pop, but they're also kind of short-lived. So you start getting that it's almost wet kind of vetiver. It's like damp vetiver a little bit, but it's grassy, but it's kind of damp like morning dew. And you get this almost suede kind of nuance with the violet leaf. That's kind of why I like Vetiver Fatale. And it's so much different. It's almost nuttier. It's just different. Pause. But it's just different. So I can have Bald Freak. I can have Hanuman. I can have Contratto, and I can have this, and it's like goes in two different worlds. Now, if you want a really, which I think might be the most masculine version of that vetiver DNA, is I would go with Ardence from Perfume Aroma. Ardence. And you know, Perfume Aroma, the oils on this, you can actually spray this and rub on your hands. Now this, bro, this is straight woods, but this smells more like vetiver tonka. Hermes's vetiver tonka is the originator of the DNA. I believe that came out first, then Bald Freak, which added a little bit more of those florals aspect, the orange blossom to it. This has none of the citruses. This is vetiver, tonka, I believe licorice, some cedar, and the cedar is like fresh pencil shavings. Kids, I'm gonna take you back to your childhood memories when you talk about this fragrance. Childhood memories. Remember the first day of school, you had the fresh outfit on. How did you get to show off your fresh outfit when you was in middle school, even high school? You had to go sharpen your pencil. Oh, this old school. Some of y'all don't have pencils now in school. I think they still got it. But you went up to the front of the joint to sharpen your pencil. And that sharpened pencil shaving smell, not without the lead, but that kind of like woody, sweet pencil shavings, but slightly peppery. You get that with this. So you get this almost peppery, woody, sweet cedar with licorice done correctly. It doesn't smell like black jelly beans because I hate the smell of that. And when I hear licorice, that's the first thing come to mind and I want to vomit. But it's done right. But the tonka and the vetiver, this is the most masculine of the DNA. None of that florals nonsense. This is straight woods. This is damn near king of the autumn. If you, the compliments, bro, in the sillage, the sit trail, when you walk by people, 8 sprays, bro, it's going to do you wonders. It's just going to float in the air. It's woody. It's masculine. It has that, like, I want to smell good, but I'm not doing too much kind of fragrance. Yeah, it smells like a man. This, no one talks about artists. This is vetiver tonka on steroids. Now, part of me was going to get vetiver tonka because I was going to do this like Boadicea, this DNA kind of like I did with Tigar. So I was going to get like the Bald Freak, the vetiver tonka to do a comparison on all of them. But then I said, I don't care about the DNA that much. It's a cool DNA. I like it, but it's not one of my favorite DNAs. Why am I? The Hermes is going to cost me $270, $300. The new Bald Freak going to charge you $400, maybe $360. The what else I need from this? And yeah, that's like $500-$600 right there. I could do something else with that money. This what happens when you aren't chasing compliments and you looking at a wardrobe. You be like, but this having this or Contratto, this in Hanuman, this is different from all of those. And it to my last knowledge, this performs a lot better than vetiver tonka. A lot better. So go with this one. It gives you like the same kind, and the vetiver fatale almost gives you vetiver tonka, but that one, you know, the performance in Atelier Colognes is kind of like, Perfume Aroma don't have those issues. So that's that. Now you have other fragrances from the house of Boadicea. Now, Hasu. Now this, to me, is better than Ganymede. Not even, bro, it's not. Bro, this one, oh yeah. This one, oh yeah. Value versus worth. Yeah, four something. Yeah, I'm cool with that 4 or 5 person. This now takes all that mineralistic stuff you don't like from Ganymede. Oh, it takes it out and still gives you that leathery hay, sweet woods. Just this, the citruses up top are very reminiscent to how they use citrus in Faith, but not as sweet. You get that suede feel. Now this, yeah, to me, this was still worth it. Not just a statement piece. This is one where I'm saying, oh yeah, now this one took it there. Hasu. That took it there. But if compliments is what you really seek, then just get Bois Imperial. Same kind of DNA. And just rock out. Compliment guy. $100. If that's what you see. Just go with it. Two more fragrances. And then I'll come back to the Chanel and the Creed. Because now we're at, let me see where I'm at. I'm at about an hour, so we should have had some changes. I should be almost entering that dry down, so we'll see. So let me talk about these two fragrances, and I think I would have prolonged time enough where I can kind of give you that dry down feel. Let me see. This one. This is Enthroned or Enthroned or Enthroned, right? This is basically Santal 33, but superior. And I don't think this is that expensive if you can find it. I think you might be able to get it like $370, $325, $275 to $325. It's kind of where you're going to find it, depending on if you get a tester or not. Now, this takes the pickle juice out of Santal 33, but adds oud. It's leathery, spicy, woody, depth. Santal 33. I don't need another Santal 33 type of fragrance when, to me, this is all you need. This is king. That's why when I had this and then I went to go smell Lovers did absolutely nothing for me. And I'm not saying Lovers smells like, because it does its own different thing, but I smelled Lovers and I've never been impressed by the fragrance. Sure, I can add it to my collection up there and, from a collection piece, but I'm kind of wardrobe building. When I want to leave the house and I want to wear anything that's remotely of the source, I'll just wear a throne. I'll just wear this. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. And that one, for the people who love Santal, now Santal 33 is a little played out to a certain degree. Like that's like the smell of New York, depending on, or Atlanta, that and Baccarat. So depending on where you are, like, people be like, oh, you're wearing Santal, like they just kind of know. So, you'd be like, no, I'm wearing that throne. They'd be like, yeah, I don't know what that is. It's Boadicea. Yeah, I don't know what, nah, I'm not really familiar with that. Is it like Le Labo? Oh God, watch some videos. But the last one before I check out is this is the collector in me. They got this. But if compliments is what I need, I didn't need this. But the collector in me, because I wanted to complete the Kuwait set, is Alcout from Boadicea. This is basically oud for greatness, but better. It's more like Haldane to me, actually. It's more like Haldane. Now, my problem with Boadicea, I'm going to go on a mini rant, is they have 3 fragrances that absolutely smell alike. And I actually have samples of them. That's Glistening, which I believe Glistening was almost like $1,000. That Glistening, which I have a pretty good sample of this. I need to compare them just to see what the differences are. Because I haven't kind of like really tested them, but I've had this for a while, Glistening. Then they had Supreme, which was part of their Spain exclusive line. Supreme, which I have a small sample. I'll probably have a little bit more. I have enough to like compare and contrast, but not really like wear per se, but I have enough to compare and contrast. A Supreme. Now, Supreme from the Spain line got discontinued. And that's the line, if you can see over my shoulder, that has those Valiant horses, but the bottles are different colors. But now those fragrances are now in the Spirit of Kings line. It's the same, from my understanding, it's the same perfume inside. Spirit of Kings bought them out, or they sold it to them, whatever it is. I believe Spirit of Kings still charging $1,000 for those fragrances, but you might find a hook for that. I don't know. Hit your Facebook groups, you might find a hook. But Supreme, Glistening, and Alcout are all that oud for greatness DNA. Why does a house have 3 of the same DNAs? and they'll say, well, they changed it up a little bit. Yeah, when I compare these, I can probably find different nuances in it, but I have the other 3 from the Kuwait line, which is Self, Dasman, and I can't think of the red bottle right offhand, the red bottle. But this one right here, now, you know how people said, ooh, for greatness smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. I never really got that from the fragrance. I understood why people say that, but I never got that because it really just on my skin, it wasn't sweet enough. Haldane, I can kind of see that. But this has that I think caramel or toffee might be in this. This is where I said, oh, okay, this has that like Baccarat Rouge, sweet, woody, musky, ambery thing going on with the spices and that almost medicinal kind of oud, leathery suede thing. Yeah, this is it. But if compliments is what you need and you're not a collector, you don't need this. You don't need Supreme. You don't need glistening. Get Haldane and call it a day. Your compliment guy. Why are you chasing this? I mean, it's your money. Do what you want to do with it. But again, ask yourself, why are you doing what you want to do? Is it value versus your worth? And is your why your compliments? You have to ask yourself. Now, let me go back. It's been about an hour since I put the 2 fragrances on. It's been about an hour since I put the Chanel exclusive, Bleu De Chanel, Bleu De Chanel exclusive on. Let's see what it's smelling like. It smells good, man. Listen, you're gonna get compliments, bro. It's Bleu De Chanel. It's a legendary scent. I like it. I want it in my collection. I mean, I kind of have it in my collection. I'm just not happy at $275. $220 is the entry. $220 is the entry for this. And I hate that, people say, we're paying $220 for a designer fragrance. Yeah, well, welcome to the 2025 where fragrances prices went up. Welcome. Have a seat. No, this is good, bro. I still like it's missing that fresh citruses. One thing I like about the parfum is the parfum has that pineapple, that lemon zest. I like that sweetness up top. I like that, and I like that a lot. I like the sweetness a lot. Like it goes into that realm. Yeah. It really smells. And again, I'm getting that hint of smoke. It's just ambery, leathery. It's very masculine, has a darkness to it. It's a sexy fragrance. It's your money. $275 short. Is it bottle worthy? Yeah. As a collector, I would like to have it. When I said if I want to wear that DNA, I would probably wear this. I think it different. It's not as fresh. It's not as fresh. And it's not as fresh. It's kind of like a masculinized version of the DNA. Like masculine. Can a woman wear it? Sure. But it is masculine. It's dark. It's resinous. It's sexy. It will get compliments. You just have to ask yourself, it's $275. My advice, it's not going to be sold out. It's not going to be discontinued before January of 2026. Between now and January, various department stores will have a holiday beauty sale. Get it then. That's my advice. You do with that information what you want. If you're waiting for it to be on a discounter, you will never find it there. Chanel will sue you if you put it on a discounter. They'll sue you. They shut down a discounter before, I believe, in Europe that had their products on there. It's a big thing. You cannot decant Chanel without them suing you. If you decant it, they will sue you. Take that information, do what you want to do. Good luck with that. Somebody rats you out, for whatever reason, because they hating, good luck with that, Holmes, gals. Do with that information what you see fit. But it's a good fragrance. It's good. It's good. I still, at the $300 price, I still don't think it's worthy enough to be in this lineup. And I think this lineup is the $300 lineup. So I don't know. Again, your money. I don't have to have it, but I like it. Does it smell like it's performing better than the Parfum? Yeah. It's I only put I put 2, maybe 3 sprays. Y'all can go back and look at the replay. Yeah, based on that, I can imagine getting ready to go out at night and I put about 8 sprays on before I hit the bar, maybe 9. You're going to be pushing. And I'm saying 8, 9. If you at the bar, it's a night out and you figure everybody's wearing something, you might want that loudness a little bit, but it doesn't smell obnoxiously loud. Like the Eau de Parfum could get obnoxiously loud and almost juvenile if you do too much. This is sexy, it's smooth. And yeah, I like it. I think it's a good fragrance. I'm just not happy with the $275. 300. I think 220, 236 with tax is where I would like to be. I think that's reasonable. Let's see what the oud. It's been an hour. Let's see what oud Zarian from Creed smell like. This is good, man. This is. I've been slightly impressed with Delphinus, Centaurus. Creed always had those fresh fragrances. They were known for fresh fragrances. This darkness they've been kind of doing. I like what they're doing. Now, is this real oud? I'm not about to go into any of that. But it's giving me shisha. It's giving me like Arabic shisha, smoke, sexy, a hint of fruitiness, which is probably coming from the rose. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a little Bulgarian rose, maybe adding a slight like raspberry. So I'm getting this little smoke raspberry shisha kind of thing going on. This is nice. I just don't think it's bottle worthy for me. 220? Yeah, sure. 220. I'll probably jump on it, but I don't think it's ever going to be 220 because it has oud. So 275 is where you're going to be at. I think 275, 265 might be reasonable for like a tester or something. Yeah, I think so. That's where I would like to enter if I do it. But I don't think I'm gonna do it. I can talk myself off the ledge on this. I can talk myself off the ledge. But both of these will get you compliments. Both. Easy. People say, ooh, don't get compliments. I don't know how you're wearing it, bro. Oud in the autumn, all seasons get me some of the most compliments I've ever gotten. When you talk about a genre of fragrances, whether it's oud, ambers, citrus, vetivers, cedars, leathers, oud is kind of king when it comes to compliments for me. Do with that information as you see fit. But when you wear that, you kind of smell exotic, at least in the West. I go over there, I'm just going to smell like every other dude. Smell like every other dude. So if I'm going to the Middle East, I'm probably going to wear something fresh that's going to be strong because the weather is crazy over there. So I'm probably just going to wear something fresh because everybody's going to be smelling like smoked shisha and oud. So I'll just smell like every other dude over there. Over here, yeah, man, this is nice. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they're both nice, bro. They're nice. I don't like the price. I don't like the price for either. But I'm not your financial advisor. Do that information as you see fit. Yeah. Hey, listen, I go out this weekend, I put that Chanel on. I'm telling you, I will almost guarantee you, I already know where I can go. I already know where to go. If I put 6 sprays of this on, 7, I'm make a statement. 7, I'm telling you, it's gonna be like 3, 4 compliments. With Chanel, oh yeah, 3 or 4. The Creed, the Creed, somebody might be like, you smell good because it's got that shisha kind of thing. But this Chanel, bro, the Chanel gonna get you, gonna get them. The panty droppers, the lady stoppers, the compliment starters. Yeah, all that. It's going into all that. It's a good fragrance. It's a good fragrance. I'm not gonna hold you. It's good. It's good. I still like the Parfum better. I like the subtlety. I like the sweetness. I like the citrus, the fruitiness of the Parfum. That's me. That's a personal choice. I need all of them, but I need this at 220. So that's my thought on those 2 fragrances. Do with that information how you see fit. Now, before I end up ending this, I'm gonna go on a little personal journey because I think a lot of people think I'm talking down at people. I've had people say to me, "Oh man, just let people live." Well, first of all, it's my platform. I can say what I want to say. Let's start there. Don't like it, you can turn it off. It just kind of is what it is. I'm somebody who used to post and do content once every 4 months. This is not a large stream of income that I need to. This is not a full-time job for me. So I could disappear for a year. I can drop a video tomorrow, which I am doing another video tomorrow. What that topic is going to be on, just tune in 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another live. And that's because this live should have been yesterday. But we had some kind of like power thing at the power plant, and they said they could have power outages. And for me to go live, if the power went out right now, that's going to be a mess because I got to go on my phone. I got to end the live through my phone because it's just going to keep recording. It's going to be recording with no sound. And this is going to be a blank screen, and it's going to be there till y'all click off. It's just horrible re-recording, editing. It wasn't worth the risk to do it yesterday. But yeah, Bleu De Chanel is good, bro. It's good. It's good. It's bottle worthy. Just 220. If you like the Chanel, if you collectors, I can tell you now, I don't have to have it. And if I step out the house, I got some fire and some smoke that's gonna put people to shame. But I'm also telling you that if I put 8 sprays, 7 sprays of this on this weekend, and I hit a couple of spots, I know where women are there heavy after work or at night having a few in them drinks. I know for a fact, starting a conversation, that I will get like 4 compliments. I'm telling you, it's going to happen if I do it. Do that mean I have to have it? Goes back to, are compliments that important to you? Or is the saving the 375, the 300 more important to you? Money more important to you than the compliments? I don't know. But a lot of people, have gotten on me like, I'll just let people live. Stop telling people what to do. And I'm not telling you. I'm giving you advice. You can take it, leave it. It's your choice on what you want to do with that. But I got a platform, and I just don't want to sit around doing top 10s all day, because if you're dropping a top 10 5-7 days a week, you're just regurgitating information and coming up with whatever AI says you should do. Running through AI. What's a good topic today, AI? AI said you should do this. Okay, let me just drop this video on AI. AI said I should do 5 fresh, money smells like money grabber fragrances, get cheeks, clap cheeks, turn heads, get the women going. AI is going to tell you what to do, and then you just do it. And then it's just kind of like, let me just pick 10 randoms and just kind of go with it. Because compliments, I've gotten a lot of compliments. I can pick 10 randoms behind me and tell you compliments. So I don't know. Maybe Boadicea's most complimented Boadicea, top 10 most complimented Boadicea could be tomorrow. that would be fun. I don't know how many people gonna watch that, but that could be fun. But anyway, my journey. I tell you why I do these lives and why I have these topics. And this is transparency. My journey, smelling good and getting money was like everything. You had to strive to get money because you grew up around dudes who was getting money. And mama was smelling good. They was driving the new cars, getting money, and motherfuckers was smelling good. So you said, "Oh, I gotta get money, hopefully legally. I want to smell good, and by doing what I'm supposed to do, women are going to flock to that. It just kind of is what it is. I was young, dumb. So my first fragrance was Polo Sport. Polo Sport. It just came out. Believe that's like 94, 95. Polo Sport. I'm not looking at it, but I believe that's when it came out. Bro, rock that. Got people. After that, I think it might have been like Estee Lauder's Pleasure, which I think might have been 98, maybe, give or take. And then you start thinking about Angel came out in, let me see, I was working in Hex, and that was 97, I think, is when Terry Mugler's Angel came out. That was the first gourmand ever. They was like, I'll never forget when it came in Hex. The women was like, bro, this has chocolate in it. Chocolate is an aphrodisiac. I had never smelled anything that was like that. That was like chocolate. That was like, oh, bro, you smell like chocolate. That was getting them. Like, oh my God, what is that? And then I had some other fragrances that were like legendary to me. Of course, Dolce & Gabbana By, Clinique Happy, legendary, right? And my thing was, it wasn't about wearing a fragrance every day. I'm a young man. It was about like, I'm gonna wear a fragrance when I go out or when I'm at work. Because if I'm at work, I was around women. So I was around customer base. I was in customer service. So it's like, I want to smell good in customer service. And I want to, if I'm around women or I'm going out, I want to smell good. Prior to picking up or seeing people on YouTube, before YouTube was kind of a big thing. I can't remember the year, maybe 2015 when I started watching people content. I think 2015. I have to go back because I think Kuba was one of the first that came up that I first saw. And then I think it was Redo. And then it might have been, I don't know if it was Mickers. No, it was Cody. Cody might have been probably the third. Drag Doc. And then I know I came across some Max at some point. Jeremy kind of changed the game, but I realized really quickly his content wasn't for me because he was selling, as I always said, he was selling, you can get pussy and up your game and confidence by wearing these 10 fragrances. He changed the game. He, like him or not, the reason we get top 10s now is due to him. He changed the game on that. And then threw some women in there because that made him more believable. So instead, he had the bottles behind him, which gave him credibility. He was good looking, which also gave him credibility because when he said he was the women killers and women getters, you was like, oh, I believe that. Look at him. He look good. He in shape. Now, some of these dudes would be like, oh, the women love these. It'd be like, bro, only people loving these are, I don't believe you, bro. You're not really outside. Best fragrance is to wear to clubs. You don't be at clubs. You don't be at clubs. You shouldn't be doing that. You don't really be there. You be at home, don't you? You look like an introvert. You like somebody, you go out in public and you're gonna shy and cower. I don't believe none of that you're saying. But with Jeremy, it was kind of like somewhat believable. He had charisma, he had the women. But for me, I didn't have a problem in the women category. And then once I realized that Mont Blanc Individual made every list, and I smelt it, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'm cool on you. Yeah, I'm cool. Good content though. I'm cool. I don't need to watch you no more. But I can acknowledge that he changed the game. Redo, educational. Then the perfume guy in his old channel was really good. Then he had issues with a certain brand, and that got shut down. He had to start all over. his channel would probably be a lot bigger had he not have to start all over again. I think it was Smelling Great Fragrances, I think is what his original channel was. Anyway, so you get into these top 10s and these lists, and you getting into the game, right? That can be some of y'all who just got into the game a month ago. It's the same journey, right? And you start watching content, and that content leads you to other people's content, which leads you to other people's content. Now the bulk of what you're feeding yourself is constant. You need, get by women. You need, get by women. It is social engineering 101. Feed it to you enough times. Listen to enough. Kill them. Your mind will warp. Listen to enough love music. Listen to enough clap them cheeks. Fuck her. Clap them cheeks. Fuck her. You only gonna want to fuck chicks. Listen to some OJs, some Four Tops. You're gonna want to make love. Might want to kiss it a little. Kiss it. Talk to it a little. You cool down there. You're nice and warm. Look a little wet. Can I make you wetter? Like, you might want to speak to it a little different. But you can't tell me that music doesn't influence the mind. I've never gone to a spot where they're playing nothing but slow jams and seen people fight. I never seen people in tuxedos all the time fighting. I have seen people in jeans and t-shirts fight a lot. It matters, but it's social engineering. So you watch my content, you watch this person's content, that person's content, and whether you think you know it or not, they're giving you a particular top 10. This person is giving you another top 10. This person is giving you another top 10. And subliminally, it's saying, buy these top 10, buy these top 10, buy these top 10. I trust his nose. I need 30. I need all 30 of these, at least a sample of all 30. Because they look like they got it together, or whatever the case is. It's really encouraging you to buy the more you watch. That's why sometimes you just gotta you pick one or two people. I'm not telling you who to watch. I don't have to be those 1 or 2 people, and watch them and then turn that shit off and go watch something else. Go watch How to Get Some Money or some stocks or something. I don't know. Go get some money. Or whatever. Car videos, watch tech, whatever. Just something else. Because you will be encouraged to buy. When I start watching every little single content, I bought less. So you're being fed this as you're getting into the fragrance space. UT will recommend you. They do this because they want the ad space. If they're paying us through monetization, think about how much money they get. And they feeding you this. Buy. Everybody's channel. Buy. You need to try, buy. You're going to be flooded. So you're going to find yourself in a rut where you just have a whole bunch of stuff. You wild, man. He said Roxy Reynolds, I'm wearing it. Y'all wild in the comments, man. But you end up getting stuff. Well, what happens is a little sooner you're going to mature a little bit. And I don't mean mature like you're juvenile, but you're just going to grow a little bit in the space once you be like 50, 60 bottles in, and you're going to be like, oh, I kind of like these notes. Leathers, vetivers. You're going to gravitate to certain, because you're going to start finding that, oh, I got a lot of this. I got a lot of that. And it could be leathers, could be ambers, could be rose. If anybody's been through this, put fire in the chat. It's going to be rose, ambers, leathers. You know, it could be cumin. It can be whatever it is you're into. You're going to find yourself liking a lot of that. What's going to happen after that is you're going to say, I need the best of this. So now you're going to be hunting for the best of it. So you're going to be hunting for the best of roses, the best of leathers, the best of ouds, the best of cedars. It's going to be, I want the best. So then you're going to start searching YouTube on leather fragrances. Okay, I see Bowtie talking about leather. Let me see what he's talking about. Oh, I like those. I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Okay, I see Big Beard talked about leather. I see Jen Sense talk about leather. I've seen TLDG talk about leather. Okay, I like a little bit. Let me sample that. That sounds like it'd be better than this. Okay, all right, let me get a couple leathers. Then you're going to be sampling enough stuff, and then you're going to get to a point, you're going to be like, okay, you might leave leathers because you'd be like, I got the leathers, but now I've been liking some vetivers. Oh, I got to get vetivers. So you're going to find yourself being like, oh, I want the best vetivers in ambers. Or it's a cycle. And then at some point, you're going to look at your space, or you should look at it and ask yourself and look at the levels of things that you have. Look at the levels. You're going to find that you'd be like, damn, I bought this 3 years ago. It almost looked like a full bottle. How many of y'all got full bottles still on your shelves? Full bottles. Like, you only wore that like twice in the last 4 years. That's like money. Put money in the chat for that. How many of y'all got like 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 bottles that damn near brand new? And then you're going to start saying, I'm missing something. I don't have something for vacation. I don't have something for this event or that event or this event. And you're going to start saying, yeah, I kind of want a wardrobe. You're going to be like, a wardrobe's going to be good for me. And then you should start buying and focusing on building a better wardrobe. But when you're doing that and you start take everything off the shelf, I suggest take everything off the shelf, clean it up, whatever you got to do, dress it up, and then put things back on the shelf that actually matter to you. Okay, I got some leathers on the shelf with the leathers. Okay, this, all right, how many, this been worn? Hold on, damn. Because now you got to pick up bottles. Be like, damn, this is full. Smell it. Damn, this ain't better. This was cool in 2017. This job mid now. All right, might need to sell that. Put that off to the side. Don't even put it on the shelf. And you're going to keep doing these things. And you're going to get to the point you just be like, I need a wardrobe. And you're going to get from the collection mindset. Maybe, maybe not. Again, this is the person chasing compliments and things of that nature. But you're going to start also realizing that it's not that what's the best. What's the best for me might not be what's the best for you. It's where you are in life. Me, that RD HP, Roja Dove, Hawk Perfumery 15, 20, 21. I love those. That works best for me. I'm at an age and a stage in my life where I like some classy shit. I need some shit for classy shit. Everything ain't always rah-rah like when I was 20 and 30. I need some classy, some sexy, some grown, some adult, some black tie kind of, some I'm going to the mall, but I'm a dress up kind of fragrances. Yeah, I'm just not wearing tennis shoes and sweatpants. I'm going to dress up a little bit just cause. Yeah, you need some of those fragrances. I'm just dressing up just cause. I'm putting on some fly shit just cause. You're going to do that. And you're going to say, well, this is just what's best for me based on where I am in life. Like, I don't need to buy Invictus Legend, although that's good. I have it. I don't really wear that because that's like my 30 and 20-year-old self. I'm different now, and I'm just different in where you are. But I think the final plateau is when you realize that you say Max Forte and Lupe experience. I never heard of the Lupe experience. Somebody said there's their first thing. Xerjoff Naxos said that's who they brought into. But when you get to the point where you look at your collection and you're extremely confident in your collection, you're confident and content. That's the thing. That's the most supreme, exhilarating thing. I'm telling you, it is enlightening and it is refreshing. When somebody say this new fragrance came out, and unless you're collecting that, like I like the Bleu De Chanel, if this was a new Sauvage, I wouldn't have got it. I don't care about that DNA. Is it good DNA? Yeah, sure. I don't care about that DNA. I wouldn't have ran and got it. I don't care if it was new for content. I still wouldn't have got it. Just like I don't have none in my collection. I don't have a connection with that fragrance. So I just don't care. But when you're confident, again, unless you're collecting, they're gonna be like, oh man, this the new hot, this the new, and you're gonna be like, cool, I'm glad y'all enjoy. Guess what? I'm still gonna wear these behind me. And when you wear that and I walk in the room wearing this, I'm still gonna get noticed. And people still gonna tell me I smell good. And guess what? You're still chasing compliments in every fragrance you got. They're all saying the same thing. It's repetitive. No one's like, oh, you wore this fragrance. You smell good. Here's $100. Okay, I might need to get more of those $100 gift fragrances. It's like tricking. I need to get some more of those tricking fragrances. Fragrances to trick on. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, I got compliments, but you're going to be getting a ton of the same things. People just telling you smell good. And do you believe that everybody's outside getting compliments? Who's selling compliments? I don't know. I don't know if I believe everybody on the internet. I know generally I'm around the public all the time. Just because I work around the public, I'm just around the public. I'm around people all the time. Even when I don't want to be around people, I'm around people. So I'm wearing a lot of things and getting just, oh, you smell nice. Nothing crazy. Oh, you smell good. What is that? You smell good today. You can smile. Smile, baby. Like little stuff like that. That's cool. Make you feel good. But after you get so many compliments, do it matter? You just be like, yeah, I know. I know. That's why I bought it. But thank you. You don't say that, but in your head, you be like, yeah, I know. That's why I bought it. And I know it smells good. I got good taste. But when you're content, you don't fall for the internet Facebook group hype and everybody got it. You don't fall for that. You say, it smells good. I'll do what EQ said, and I'll just wait for a beauty sale to come on, and I'll buy it at a beauty sale for $220 if I want it. But even then, am I getting do I love the Chanel DNA that much? Because I'm telling you, I got money. In less than 2 months, something else will come out that will be the next hype thing in FragCon. And you're going to forget about this because everybody will be pushing that. Guess also what? Clone companies will clone this. Oh, just wait for it. Wait for it. You know what you're about to be bombarded with? Algabra, Blue, the whatever, Game of Spades, Blue, or whatever, the exclusif. It's going to be a continue. Oh, this is just like it, but it's a little bit more. It's better. Then a new one going to come out that's going to add another twist. And they're going to be like, oh, guess what? You got to get this. This is better than the one that I said was the best 2 weeks ago, but this has this, and this is better now. Damn, I got to get that clone now. And then somebody going to say, oh, a new one, the new company going to say, damn, they added pineapple. Let me add orange juice accord to that and some rum. Ooh, this is better. Camera came out with one that's Camera Fresh, exclusive, and that has this, and it's better than that, and it performs, and it lasts all day, and your favorite influencers are going to talk about it, and everyone is going to be better than the next one, and now you have 5 clones of this. You spent over $400 for it. You don't wear them all when you just could have bought this for $220 on sale. Again, I'm not your financial advisor, but I am giving you some advice on the game. It's going to happen. Clone companies already have this. They already put it in a machine, and at least in a month, 2 clone companies will come out. They will send influencers free bottles. They will pay those influencers $5,000 or more to put it into a top 10, to review it, talk about it. And because I like the $5,000 plus check, I'm going to put it in multiple top 10s. Why? Because I want to turn 5 into 10, 10 into 15. I like money. And now you're going to see the Dick the Gooby Gaba fragrance are going to be on multiple people's top 10s multiple times. You're going to say, oh, this is the best one. And you're going to go buy it. That's the game, y'all. That's the game that's going to be played. Is anybody wrong? In life, there's sellers and buyers. There's marks. Are you a mark? I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But trust me, you're going to see it. A month and a half, there'll be clones. There'll be clones. There'll be $40. There'll be at least 3 to 2 clones. Those influencers will be paid to talk about it, especially on TikTok. It will be on the TikTok shop. It will have a whole bunch of fragrances behind me that tells you I kind of know what I'm talking about. It gives me credibility. And I'm going to say, this is just like, look, I got this fragrance. So I'm going to show you the bottle of this to show that I have it. And I'm going to say, I have this fragrance. This is this one. But this one, check this out. It's cheaper. It's $40. I'm selling you on a more affordable fragrance. I kind of feel good about that in my conscience. And then I'm going to say, hit my TikTok link below and grab it. Are people wrong for doing that? I don't know. Figure it out. That's your morals. I'm not saying they wrong or they right, but I'm saying that's the game. Know the game, play it or don't play it. But it's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to you. Yeah, Latafa Blue. It's what it's going to be called. Latafa Blue Presso. Latafa Blue Precious. Precious Extreme. Extreme. Presso Extreme. Yeah, Bleu De Chanel. So here's my final thoughts, and I'm going to smell them again on the Creed and the Bleu De Chanel, and then we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, I'm just getting amber woods. A nice, warm amber. Some would say animalic. I wouldn't classify it as an animalic. I would just say a nice, warm, balsamic, or not balsamic. I would say more resinous than balsamic amber. Woody amber. With a hint, just a nice, seductive smoke of shisha. A nice, mellow smoke that just encompasses the whole fragrance. Great for date night, nights out. So if this is your date night, you know, this is your grown man nights out fresh. I mean, not fresh, your nights out cigar lounge, grown man, more masculine. It's more of an unk fragrance. Unk fragrances. Oh, that's a good one. Top 10 unk fragrances. Somebody might have did it already. If they haven't, well, there you go. Top 10 unk fragrances. But this is an unk fragrance. This is like, you know, you unk when you wear this. I'm telling you, you unk. It's more masculine. I like it though. I like it. I just still don't like it for $275. For $300. I like it at $220, $236. That's where I like it. And that's my thoughts on, and I put it back in the box. Let me take it out. Let me take it back out. That's my thoughts on Bleu De Chanel exclusif. Very good fragrance. It takes the DNA, but brings it down to a more wearable, ambery, woody leather fragrance with a hint of smoke that wraps around the fragrance. And that smoke is like shisha. So it's slightly fruity, but not really a fruity fragrance, which is coming from the incense, but a nice burn. It's very warm, a very warm, mature fragrance. So this is the more mature of the DNA. And that's Bleu De Chanel exclusif. That's my first impressions on that. On the Creed fragrance, put this down. Yeah, the Creed is even more shisha. It's almost like both of these went into a Middle Eastern kind of vibe with it. Well, of course, Creed has the oud, so that makes sense. But even the Chanel looked like it tapped into like when it says, it probably says woody notes. I wouldn't be surprised if they use like some sort of oud accord, a little bit of oud accord, just to give it some depth, some warmth. Yeah, this is fruitier. When anybody has Spirited Dubai fragrances like Zaharoff or Diwan, and you smell that shisha smoke, I kind of get that with that. This is why I don't need this, because I have a whole bunch of those Spirited Dubai fragrances, and a lot of those have that shisha, like Fakama, Diwan, Zaharoff, have that shisha smoky oudi thing going on. That's what the Creed reminds me of. But if you're collecting Creed, they don't have anything like this. So yes, if you're a Creed collector, you need to pick it up. If you have a whole bunch of Middle Eastern fragrances that give you that shisha fruity kind of smell, then you kind of don't need this. Unless you want to add it. You don't need it. But that's what I get. I get a nice shisha wearable smoke, leather, woods. Very good fragrance. It is both fragrances are extremely good, worth sampling, worth getting your nose on. Should you buy them? That will be up to you. I don't have anything else to say about those fragrances. I don't have anything else to say about compliments and what are you chasing with compliments. Again, ask yourself, what is your why? What is your why? If compliments is what you need, you don't have to spend a lot for that. But you also don't have to have 60, 70, 100, 1,000 fragrances. I don't think most people shouldn't aspire to have what I have behind me. It's, if I wasn't monetizing it, if I haven't used a lot of this as write-off on my taxes, I would almost honestly be like, this some borderline loser shit. Be a loser, bro. What kind of weirdo are you? Yeah, a good 20, 25, maybe, like small one shelf collection, you know what I mean? Some glass, some lights. You got enough to grab and go. You got one for each occasion. You have a complete wardrobe. You shouldn't aspire to have this. When you see my whole light up, yeah, it looks cool in the background. Looks cool. You shouldn't aspire for that. In my opinion. I don't think so. I think most of this is a waste. But I do love what I have. I like having options, but I can easily cut this down in half or drop it down to 15% only. I can do that and still be happy. I can. If compliments is what I seek. If compliments is what I really seek, I can do a top 10 Boadicea tomorrow. You don't need nothing else. I could just do top 10 Boadicea, bodies and nothing else. That's what you seek. Just bodies. You don't need nothing else. I'm telling you, when you walk out the house, it is a wrap. It is over. It's over for whoever you competing against. It is not even close. It's not even going to be a competition. When you wear these, you leave the house. It is these 10 I have. Just forget about it. Get out of my way. You're not really competition for me. You know, it's on. You're fighting for second place. It's only the 1 and the 2, and I'm not 2. Yeah, it's nothing you can do about that because they smell exotic, quality. They hit the air a certain way. It's very. I don't care what clone you have. It's just not. I don't care. It's these 10 are just gonna be it. I can just keep those 10 and call it. I can have those 10 fragrances, get rid of everything, and be good. And those 10 will also encompass every single season. I'm good. Like, I'm good regardless. Most of them I can wear year round. But we'll see. I might do that video tomorrow. I might do something else. But I think a lot of people been asking for that video, so I think I'm due for that video. So that's what I might just do tomorrow. Top 10 Boadicea fragrances. The only 10 you need. I don't know. I'll come up with some cute name to to come up with. Anyway, let me see what some of the comments are saying. EQ fire sale. Yeah, man, probably. Probably when I die, my kid's gonna sell off my Boadiceas for like $100. Bro, don't be wishing for my death, but it'll probably be some nonsense. Another reason I don't want to have all this. Let me see. On August 21st, Macy's is having a 15% off sale, allowing you to purchase BDC exclusive at a lower price than. So let's do some math. I'm pretty good at math. Let me do some math. So 275 times 15%. That's $41 minus. Hold on. 41 minus 275. That's $233.75. $233.75 retail. Then you're gonna pay taxes, so about $240-ish. I kind of want that 20%, but the 15 ain't bad. I kind of want that 20% because 20 put me at $220 with state tax, and that puts me at about $227, $229, so about $230. That's where personally I would like to be. He also said if you have a Macy's perks, you can use that with them as well. So again, that's what I would do. I think it's a worthy. If I like it, man, I don't really have nothing to say. I still kind of like the parfum better. To me, I like the parfum better, but I also think some of this is prisoner of the moment stuff. Your perspective have deeply been missed, bro. If you have smelled Hermes, I would love to hear your thoughts. I feel like I smelt those at Neiman Marcus out Tyson's Corner, but I have to smell them because I'm just not buying it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna buy them. But I know they have some Hermes in out Virginia and Tyson's Corner, so I will get. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. To get my thoughts. There might just be something if I'm out Tyson's, hit my IG inbox. If I'm out there and I smell it, I'll give you a one-on-one thoughts, but I'm not going to get a sample and I'm not going to buy the fragrance. So, and they're not going to send it to me. So it'll probably never make the channel. Why? Because I already have a complete wardrobe ×2. So that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on that. Any more comments? And we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. We had peaked at about 230 something and down at 180. But if you have any comments for those who have been watching but you aren't subscribed to the channel and you want to have comments, I suggest you subscribe because I'm never turning my subscriber comments only off. I'm never going to turn that off. Just one, I just don't want people who not subscribed to me asking me a whole bunch of questions when you can't even do the simple free thing of hit subscribe. I think it costs you nothing to subscribe. So asking me questions for me to answer when you're not even showing love is kind of rude to me. It's just rude to me. If I'm just gonna be honest, I think that's rude. You're demanding stuff from me and you can't even I think we should have an exchange. So I know I'm trying to do peak that 258. Appreciate that, Jason. I don't know if you caught that. EQ, Bodacious or French Defense? Rock boy, I'm going Bodacious all day. And it's not because I'm a fanboy, but I'll tell you why. French Defense gives me that black cherry kind of thing. But to me, when it comes to a cherry fragrance in Mind Games, I think Rue Lopez is the best cherry fragrance Mind Games has. That's my personal opinion. I think French Defense is playful. It's a nice cherry. It's alluring. It's compliment getting. It's very juicy, a juicy cherry. Bodacious is a grown man cherry. It is yak and cherry. So if you're a type of person who likes bourbons and you're into nosing, you will get cherry nuances in a lot of bourbons. You'll get toffee nuances. If you got Jack Daniels, you'll get some raisins, maybe a little bit of banana. And they have this banana kind of raisin thing, like raisin bread in Jack Daniels. A lot of their bourbons just kind of, I get that from them. but they have that like dark toffee. So you'll get these nuances in cognacs when you, or bourbons, not cognacs, bourbons when you really, or whiskeys when you really like break it down. And a lot of the sweetness and the toffee is coming from the corn. So depending on the build mash is going to add different nuances to the bourbon. But that Bodacious is just, it has that leather, it has that booze. The cherry is done just right, the way cherry should be done with booze. Bodacious all the way, twice on Sunday. It is grown. It is the grown man. It is it. It is it. Yeah, Russell's Reserve. Everybody's saying, yeah, everybody's saying Bodacious. I would go with Bodacious. Maybe one day I'll do question and answer. I think on my uncut lives, I think that's where I'll do. I'm not going to open up my comments, but that's where I'll start letting people on when I really want to have some shenanigans, because I think that'll be jive, like fun. That'll be like shenanigans, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what that's like. I kind of like doing it the way I'm doing it. Brother, are you into leather fragrances? Am I into leather fragrances? Yeah, I feel like I got the best 10 leather fragrances on the planet. You got a follow-up question for that? If anybody been watching me for a while, y'all know how I feel about leather. My top 5, I don't think I need to buy another leather fragrance. My top 5 is supreme. Top 5 is crazy. He said it must be new here. Hey man, everybody come new, man. I appreciate you. Clearly you're a subscriber, so I appreciate you joining the chat and subscribing up. I see people starting to fall off, but that just means that most of the people who can chat with me are still in the chat because, well, they can chat with me, and I guess the people who don't want to subscribe have no desire to just see us go back and forth, and that's fine. I'll give us a little time. Do you have a favorite vanilla plus lavender fragrance? Vanilla plus lavender? Well, all right. So here's the thing, man. Lavender is kind of a hit or miss. I don't like lavender as a fragrance. Even though I have Lavande, which might be the best vanilla lavender fragrance, right? Which is very similar to Tom Ford's Lavender Extreme or Extreme. But lavender, I don't really want to just smell like lavender. Lavender has to be intermingled in fragrances a certain way. Like lavender and oud for greatness is done right. Lavender in London Oud is done right. Lavender in Abraj from Spirit of Dubai is done right with that lavender sandalwood combo. Bro, that is with the bergamot, bro. That is done. That is done to perfection, bro. That is done crazy. So, but I'm not really trying to I'm not trying. By any chance, will you be sampling white incense from Precious Liquid? No, probably not. I don't see myself buying a lot. Shoot. I don't see myself buying a lot of stuff. Again, I'm preaching to y'all. Y'all don't need to buy. Some would say, well, you can buy for content. I don't need to buy. I'm content. That's what I've been trying to get y'all to be. It's like content or just be more strategic. Because too many people on Fragcom complain about this reviewer lied, this reviewer said anything else. And to be honest, if you were actually, this is where you got to take accountability for your own actions. Can't nobody sell you nothing. You have to be responsible for your money. Would you let me come into your bank account? Would you give me access to your bank account right now? If you would, you're stupid. I might blow the bag on it. You don't know me like that. Why are you giving me access to your bank account? Your password, your PIN, I can transfer money. That's crazy to me. So why would you give my opinions access to your money? That's what you're doing when you're blind buying based on my work. I think you should sample. Some things can't be sampled. Blue Mai Tai from Salam can't be sampled. It just kind of is what it is. So but most things you can sample, find a way to sample. You wouldn't give me access to your bank account. Don't give my opinions access to your money. I'm a firm believer in that because it ain't a fragrance influencer now that can sell me on nothing. I think my collection better than all y'all collections anyway. That's me. And I'm not trying to be arrogant about it, but you will pull this, I will pull that. I think what I'm going to pull going to be better than what you're going to pull. Okay, what you got next? Oh, you pulling that? Okay, I'll pull this. And guess what? You know what's going to happen when we both walk through the door? A lady's going to say, you smell good. Somebody's going to say, I smell good. Compliments. So what are we chasing here? We both can be like, we got compliments tonight. Okay, so which fragrance was really better? Neither. What was better is what was better for me. That's my advice. Do what you want to do with that information. Again, that's my advice. I don't, it's your money. If you want to buy every top 10 I talk about, that's your money. But if you don't like something, don't come in my inbox and tell me about it. That's your own choice. Because I stand by what I said. If I like it, I like it. I didn't tell you to buy it. So figure it out. No, I mean, I ain't trying to make you feel small, Jason. I'm just confident, bro. It's like, when I curated my fragrance wardrobe, once I got from collecting, because I probably got like 60 fragrances in a box that I ain't put on the shelf. I need to sell them. I just don't feel like dealing with the hassle of selling them. I got like 60 that I don't wear. They just sitting in the box. I'm waiting to give them to family or just sell them. I just don't feel like selling them. Some Montals. I can probably get rid of a couple more Manceras. I can probably take off the shelf. I'm just not reaching for them. I can probably take them off the shelf. But when I curated, like I took time to be like, I need this, I need this, I need that. That'll work for this. Like I put some time into, like, I'm cool. It ain't nobody can make, when I wear what I'm gonna wear from a scent wise, can't nobody make me, it ain't nothing a person's gonna wear that's gonna make me feel small. I don't care if they buy that Spirit of Dubai $1.8 million fragrance. It ain't gonna make me feel small. I'll pull out Carbon Sapphire on that ass. Carbon, I ain't gonna give no preview on that. Carbon Sapphire be smoking, bro. That leather, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Curating. That's what I did. I curated my collection, kind of. I was like, okay, summertime, I need these bangers. Daytime, I need these. And in between that, I started collecting certain things in between that. Like the Kilian's, I'm gonna tell you, the Kilian's Angel Shares Paradise and Angel Shares on the Rocks, I probably don't need. But I'm collecting all the boozy because I'm a boozy guy. I'm at some point when I see Paradise for a good price, I'll get it. Until then, it'll never come here because I don't think it's worth what it's going for, in my personal opinion. And we'll see what Angel Shares on the Rocks do. I'll probably have it. So I tell you, there's a few things I'm getting. I know for a fact I'm getting a new tea at Bergdorf. I mean, it's called Champagne at Bergdorf. Oh, that's getting got. I'm already saving for that now. That's getting got. That's going to be like 1K at Bergdorf. I think that's coming out in November. My Connect hit me. I think he said that's coming out in November. Oh, I'm getting that because that's going to be a limited release. I'm getting that. It's going to be in my collection. Why do I like that? Exclusivity. I like that. And also like the fact that it's not going to get cloned because your favorite reviewers aren't going to talk about it. So it'll never be cloned. So if you want to smell like me, you got to get the fragrance. I kind of like that. I like the uniqueness of leaving the house knowing I put that shit on. I just saw there's a new cognac on the rocks from who? Let me see. I don't know what kind. I mean, they got Angel Shares on the rocks. I don't know if that's what you meant. I never drunk cognac over ice. Yeah. Cognac over ice. See, I agree with you. That cognac on the rocks scares me because who drinks cognac in? I mean, if you're mixing it with Coke and something, but why are you drinking premium cognac? And first of all, why are you mixing premium cognac? Why are you mixing premium cognac? That's crazy to me. Mixing premium cognac is absolutely absurd. Like, I'll kick you out my house for that. I might can't be friends with you. If I pull out one of my cognacs, like what I got up there? One of those Hennessy Master Blends, and you ask me and I pull it out, I got the glass, and you be like, bro, you got some Coke? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna say, hey, bro, man, I'm about to cook some water, man. I think you got to go home. I got to cook some water and get ready for work. Yeah, cook some water. Yeah, you got to go, bro. You can't drink with me. It's time for you to go. So putting that over top some ice sounds absolutely crazy to me. But there's a time I like my bourbons on some ice. I like my bourbons on some ice. I mean, especially if I'm making an old fashioned and I'm using my smoker so I can make a smoky old fashioned. I like that on ice. Let's get a few more questions because I think we cracked the 2 hours, but y'all rock with me. 171 for 2 hours. If anybody's just clicking in because you just got the alert for the live, I did a first impressions on the Bleu De Chanel fragrance and a first impressions on the Bleu De Chanel fragrance. Bleu De Chanel exclusif. And then I had an official sample of the new Oud Zarian, which is coming out, an official carded sample from the House of Creed, which I got from my Bergdorf Connect. And I gave my thoughts on that. If you want to watch some of that and you just don't feel like skipping around, I'm going to probably edit this video within the next 4 days or so and kind of try to edit it right and pop it up where I can condense it to a 10-minute to 8-minute video or less. And then I'll put it out that way so you don't have to go through the chopping it up shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a few more questions and then we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Again, if you're just coming on, please hit the like button. If you just want to come and stop through, I appreciate if you hit the like button. If you don't, that's cool. Anybody who wants to if you want to comment, if you want to ask me questions when I start doing questions and answers, you have to subscribe. I'm always going to keep that subscribe only thing on. I'm an open book when it comes to these fragrances. So anybody been watching me for a while, I don't care enough not to tell the truth. I'm not really, my why isn't really, I think my why is just my rawness is my why. Like, why am I getting on this camera and doing this? Because I can be raw. I'm going to tell you now, if somebody pays me money, which I hope one day somebody will say, hey, we'll pay you $5,000. We like what your lives are doing. You have good interaction. We'll pay you $5,000 to talk about our line of fragrances. I'll do it. But what I'm going to do is say, this live is sponsored by, if I say this live is sponsored by, I got paid. I'm telling you, they sponsored the live. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you if they smell good. I'm going to give you my opinion on it. But if you think that them paying me influences my opinion, then take that with a grain of salt. I think if they watch my content enough, they'll know I don't give a shit enough about lying. So if they want me to lie, they short. If you send me something and I bust it out on the live, and I'm going to give you, y'all been watching me long enough, you can see on my face if I like it or if I think it's cool. Y'all been watching me long enough when I'm blown away. I can't fake that. So take that with a grain of salt. But if I say I've been sponsored, or this video is sponsored by, or this topic is sponsored by, they paid me. Now, I'm not going to tell you how much they paid me, because you don't need to be pocket watching. Next thing you know, you want to know what my cock size is or something. You don't pocket watch another man. But I'm going to be honest and let you know I've been paid. Because one, I have to do that by law. I should do that. Influencers supposed to do that. Do everybody do it? No, they don't. But that's their conscience and they got to deal with that. That don't got nothing to do with me. But you supposed to. You're supposed to say sponsored, ad, sponsored. You got to let people know what you're doing. But I'm still going. I think my rawness of saying, "Yo, this shit jive mid." I think people like that. Or if I be like, "Bro, this is smoking," I think people like that. So, but if a company wants to say, "Hey, we're gonna send you 5 bottles, we're gonna talk about it," cool. I can do that. Cut the check. But just know I'm gonna, 1, let them know you paid me. 2, give them that raw. And ooh, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. You know what I'm saying? So now sampling celebrity fragrances, man, I'll probably torch most of them joints. Yeah. I mean, here's my problem with a lot of fragrances. In case I'm ever paid or I'm ever sponsored, I'm telling you, here's my problem with a lot of fragrances. Most things smell good. Most things will get you compliments, which goes back to this video. Most things will get you compliments. Most things smell good. Most. I'm telling you, most smell good. And and if you've been around this world long enough, most things smell good. How many of y'all bought oils from the oil man in the Abib shop? You know what I'm saying? You down Philly, a good Muslim community. How many of y'all bought oil from the street man with the roll on and you wore those? And did the people like it? You goddamn right they did. But do that mean them joints better than this? Nah, bro. Nah. It ain't come from a flavor house in Europe that can be sold, and they got. If y'all ain't watched the video with George, how he talked about Mon and flavor houses and how things have to be told what you get in this and that, and you got to show this and that to do it. If you can't break down your stuff that way, then but compliments, forget about it. Most things will get you compliments. Some things smell like ass though. Some things just smell like complete and utter ass. And you just got to be like, bro, this is not where it's at. I think I did one fragrance like that early on. It was, I'm trying to think of the brand because he unfollowed me after I did that joint, but it is what it is. It was, I forgot what it was, but I said it smelled like death and rigor mortis. I said, this is just smell like death and rigor mortis. As somebody who smelt a dead, decomposed body, I don't want to walk out the house and spray that on my skin. I smell like a hoarder. I smell like an old lady with a bunch of books in cardboard boxes with mothballs who died and been in a house with no heat for over, at 100+ degrees. And the cat has been nibbling my feet because it hasn't eaten in a while, but the cat also pissed in the corner. That's what that fragrance smelled like. I don't want to wear that. Congratulations for being artistic. I'll never wear that, bro. Matter of fact, I might punch somebody in the face, come around me smelling like that. You know what I'm saying? You smell like that for pop backhand. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Backhand. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was, I've never smelled some of that shit. Rat rancid. And I just don't know why you should want to create something like that. That I don't. Sometimes you can get artsy and just get too much in your zone. But I can't remember the fragrance company. But if you go to some of my older videos, like 2018, it was like a first impressions. I was like, yo, this smell like death and rigor mortis, like rigor, but bloated. Like the body's been there for a while, so the gases is expanding. If you ever been on the scene or you ever smelt a dead body that's been decomposed, that's me. You'd be like, no, absolutely not. Anyway, any more questions? I mean, y'all rocking with me, so I got 168. We're gonna keep rocking for a little while. And now don't call me Casa Night. I don't want to be on here for 3-4 hours, but you know what I mean? I would like some replay value because I'm already over the replay value, but we rocking. So, you know what I mean? If it go below like 100, I'll probably get up off this joint. But if you just new here, again, I review but I probably should get off because when I edit, I'm not gonna want to have to go through 3 hours of videos just to figure it out. Plus, I'm coming right back here tomorrow with, I don't know, tomorrow, what y'all want me to do? What kind of top 10 you want tomorrow? Don't say nothing crazy and goofy. I'm gonna flame you. I'm gonna flame you right here in the comments. And don't be doing stuff just so I can flame you either. Because I'm gonna tell Jason them to block you, put you in timeout, like put your dunce cap on, go in the corner. But what y'all want me to talk about? Wedding fragrances. Wedding fragrances is not a bad. I've had that on the showstoppers. Showstoppers ain't bad. I do like wedding fragrances. I've thought about those. I think it's going to be called like the what I say, the groom, the best man, the attendee. So what I would wear for all three, I kind of like that. People are getting married this time. Top 20, top 2 fragrances from your 10 favorite houses. Top 10 rose ouds. I've done that. I've done that before. And I don't think, well, there may be a few changes in that. There are a few changes in that. Best fragrances to wear in a professional setting. I like that. Best fragrances to wear in the professional settings. I like that. But, part of me with that is, I get it. I need to cater to all my people, but I did a semi rant on that not too long ago. And I said, like, most people are blue collar workers. They don't work in professional settings. So I hate, like, work scents are always professional. But top 10 Spirit of Dubai. I don't have their new stuff. Their new second generation, I've smelt them. I don't have their new stuff. I'm debating if I want to get it because I got a complete wardrobe. I don't know why I need it. So that's like 400, even at a discounter, that's like 300, let's say 400 even, 400. I think it's like 5 fragrances, so 400 times 5. That's like, it's crazy work to spend on something that you barely going to wear because you have everything. That's just crazy to me. And that's the hard part. Do you know anyone who does decants of peachy Maroc? Rock boy, are you in my group? Hit Rock boy, hit my inbox. I don't know nobody do decants, but I do have a Guerlain Connect. I don't know if he made it to the group. I gave him an invite, but he got his own group. But yeah, your top 10 niche Middle Eastern. Top 10, I'm not about the rebuy. I mean, that's a lot of shit. Even in Boadicea, like the Zodiac collection. The Zodiac collection. I think the Zodiac collection is cool. It's cool, Tyson. I understand the spelling. Christian Provenzano fragrances. Most of that'll be some Zodiac and stuff, but the Zodiac collection in Boadicea, I think it's kind of like it's like overpriced mid. I ain't gonna say it's mid. I'm reaching. It's good. I just think it's for the price is just not like, I don't know. I've always said that the Sapphire collection is far superior to me, just because it brought different things. I think the Zodiac collection just is cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look at these bottles, like on the shelf. It just looked like money on the shelf, right? It looked like money. It looked good. I'm not buying Hanuman again. When I'm out, I'm out. I'm cool. I'll probably just buy. I mean, for the price of, Hanuman, if you can find it, you can get it for about in the 5s, but I can probably just get Byredo Absolute, maybe. But I'm going to be honest, pound for pound, I'll probably just get Contratto. If I just want one pound for pound, I'll probably just get Contratto. I'm telling you, that thing does numbers when it comes to compliments. It does numbers, bro. It does numbers. So if compliments is what you need, doesn't matter. Lesser known underrated fragrances. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I have a lot of underrated. I have a couple of I think before the end of this year, I got 3 Rajas to pick up. 3. Maybe 4. Because he got 2 coming out this year, and I got 2 I need to get from years ago. Because he might be coming out with a 3rd from the 2 I'm getting years ago. So then I'm gonna need that. So 5 Rajas. And yeah, y'all know the price of that. And these aren't discounted Rajas. But then I also don't have my Solar Verde. I've had that in my cart, but then I just ain't pulled the trigger. I want to add that because I was going to do fresh green scents for the summer, spring, fall. But I don't really want to spend 3 something on that because I just think our Solar Blue is legendary, but and I'm not interested in our Solar Soul. I'm just not. Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about that. If I'm gonna be totally honest with you. So again, I curated a good wardrobe behind me. This is a really, really good wardrobe, and it's just not all niche. My H24s down there. I love those. My Hermes Ogivray, the classic citrus, masculine, grapefruit juice, great, absolute stunning fragrance. That's a designer fragrance. I will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. It's not always about price for me. It's just not. I don't care that much. The numbers coming down a little bit. Let me see. A couple more. Anyone knows any discount codes for day 3? Okay. SIP 15. But Emmett, Mike's in the group. I believe this is my guy Emmett because there's only one Emmett I know. I think that's Emmett in the group, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, man, Emmett been around since day 1. Emmett been rocking with me since the couch, since like day 1. Some names I just remember. And Emma's been nothing but love from the beginning. Some names I just know. If this is the Emmett I know, just hit Mike up in the group, and that's just, he figured that out. But that's not a discount code, and none of my affiliate code. I don't have none of that, and I'm cool with not that. Yeah, Emmett be at work sometimes. I don't know. I might make him a mod, but yeah, Emmett can always make the mod. Emmett just got married a couple years ago. If it's the Emmett I talked about, man, he got family. You better go lay up. Matter of fact, you better get off this. You on the bed with your wife watching this, laughing. Come on, man. Go ahead and throw something good on it. Respectfully. Top 5 fragrances to wear to the Commanders Cowboys game. Cowboys some shit. So what you wearing? What you wearing? What's that fragrance smell like? Throw up. Throw up and cum juice. You know what I'm saying? It's Cowboys. That's y'all some trash. Get it crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna talk mad. Yo, it's football. I'm talking mad smack. Anyway, let me see. We're come on, man. We're at 2 hours and 20-some minutes. Listen, I appreciate 140. Y'all rock. Listen, my supporters, listen. Am I a fan of Arabian Oud? Yes, I am a fan of Arabian Oud. They have some good fragrances. Then they have Arabian Oud, I like their stuff. But I like more their I like their attars. I like their attars a lot. I have 4. Don't quote me on what the names are, but I got 4 attars. Like their Cambodian Oud and Makalat and something I can't think of the name. I like their attars. I like Blue Oud. Blue Oud is one of the best ouds you can buy, and if you get Blue Oud with the attar, which I have, in the winter, bro, you throw the attar, you put the spray on, then you put the attar. No, you put the attar on first because you can rub that in, and then I put it around the, you know what I mean, put it around the back of the neck, and then hit a spray there, spray, and bro, but it has Indian oud, so it can Indian oud and musk with Cambodian, so it can go a little like barnyard, kind of like, when I say barnyard, like hay, grassy, earthy, kind of soily. When I say barnyard, that's what I mean. A lot of people say barnyard, but you don't know what that means. When I say barnyard, think hay, topsoil, grass, things that you would think of a barnyard. That's not animals. That would be more animalic. If I say animalic, that's what I mean. If I say more medicinal, what I mean is it has like that spicy, almost like Vicks vapor rub spice feel you get when you're smelling it or wearing it, almost like medicine. Medicine has a certain smell to it. So when I say medicinal, that's what I mean. I know we just throw these random, things around because it's easy, because Fragrantica kind of list them as accords. But, yeah, that's what I mean. I can't tell you what nobody else means, but that's what I mean when I say it. Arabian oud is good, though. Blue oud is amazing. Royal oud is my jam. That also comes in attar. Calamat black. The sprayer, the atomizer is trash. The perfume inside is godly. What else I got back there? I can't think of everything else. But you said you hit my inbox. All right, I'll look into it, bro. I'll answer when I get off this live. I'll look into it. Yeah, man. I got a couple things. I just can't think of everything. It's a good house. But then they got some like mid juice there. They got some mid stuff, like designer-esque kind of fragrances. So I don't like everything they have, but I like some things they have. Mostly oud-based stuff, if that makes sense. All right, listen, man. I want to rap with y'all some more, but listen, some of y'all need to go to bed. Y'all need to spend time with y'all wives, bro. Go home. Go to bed, go home, man. Spend some time with your lady. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the chat, man. How about 10 new discovery fragrances that had your attention? I don't know. I mean, I can tell you now. I don't want to keep like glazing this. This is good, bro. I've been wearing this is tea, bro. And I want to do a thing. Let me turn this down. On the live, I said this was 100 ml. This is 50 ml. I know somebody corrected me, rather in the chat or in my inbox. But yes, this is a 50 ml, 175 for 50 ml. But bro, this is, bro, yeah. Desert Rain.
The cipher.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite discoveries of the year. What else? I'm still trying to spend some time with Zaharoff Seraphine Musk, because when I wore that on the live, because my mental is changing, I think that thing gonna give me some run. I think that's gonna give me some burn. I don't know. Oh, RDHP 21. Yeah. If you like Diaghilev, but a more modern version of Diaghilev, yeah, I like that. Some people gonna say it ain't worth the price. It's up there. You got to figure out if you're gonna pay that, but
The cipher.
Anyway, man, I'm gonna leave y'all the way I greeted y'all. Yes, in universal language of peace. We back at it tomorrow. My group, if you subscribe to me, y'all know y'all in the group. Put those topics. I'll figure it out what we're gonna do tomorrow. I can put a top 10. It ain't hard to put a top 10 together. Clearly, everybody else do it. It ain't that hard, right? But I know people been asking for that top 10 most complimented Boadicea. Listen, I'll pull that out. That's all you need. But yeah, peace.